As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
But somebody gotta do it. Them I put up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn TV off.
Well, we're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Making some progress here. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
180. What's up?
Drive begins with a run by Irving. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Good. Good.
Once again, Irving. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Pick up a 5 on that play, and the Bucs have the first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Done.
Going to the ground again on first. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
What's up?
That's Pickens with a catch out right. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Working quickly here.
King.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. It's complete. This is Anguka. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Done.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Stick it in the air. Here's Mayfield. Going deep here for the end zone. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can have a little sigh of relief. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Alert. Good. 20. Regular. Real. What's up?
Mayfield to throw again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
And he drives this into the pouring rain.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Mitchell now in motion left. Straight to the air here. It's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Out of the gun, Young. Running right side by McMillan. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the pistol, it's Young. Short pass brought in. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. An excellent game, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Dive play straight ahead. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Bronk. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
22. Ready. 52. Bucs. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Come on, set.
Working inside the red zone. Setting up the screen. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Buying some time right. It's a big strike downfield to Anguka. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
What do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Caught at the 20-yard line. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set. 180. What's up?
Baker now from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and it's a quarterback when it leaves your hands you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
180. What's up?
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. Sends this to On along the sideline. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1.
180. Up.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. The Panthers have taken the early lead. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. And inside the red zone, they're leaving the offense out.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Done.
Mayfield to throw for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
There's a dive up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Play action now. Young. Complete to Mims. And this gets them well away from dangerous. He is up past their 20. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Panther first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Mega, mega. Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Another carry for him. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
That That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Young's going to throw it. 3rd and 2. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run for it. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. Irving here from the gun. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Regular. 180. Hurry. Real. Kings. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. That throw finds Pickens. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
From the red zone on 1st. Brought in. And he drives this forward to the 6. He goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
Regular. Alert. Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert. Opposite. What's that?
Mayfield now from the gun. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Trevor Etienne to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Set, ready. Yellow, 43. Ready?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Forced out to his right. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 52 blue. Set.
Hand off to the back. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Strike. Down. 50. Set.
Young throwing here. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And he mitigates the damage by falling on it, but still a loss on that play.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
38. Cut. 45. Ready?
Young on the play action. Buys time, rolling right. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Let's go now. Black 40. Ready.
Third and long. They're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. They've got first down here from the 36.
Here we go. Black 95. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Ultra. Here we go.
On play action, here's Young. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down.
Real. Watch.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's 16 yards on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass, and that RPO scheme offensively feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Irving gets it on the draw. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, a lot of watch out.
Here's Baker. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, they don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Panthers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field, Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did. That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Panthers first.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready,
Back to throw it. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. On the return, this is ETN. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
6, mega. Set, ready. Ready?
Here's Young to throw. Brought in right side by McMillan. Galloping inside the 40. Teteroa McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10.
Run. Set.
To give to Irving to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. This is Irving on second. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They get 23 on that one. And the Bucs have the first.
And the first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set. Ready. Hey, alert. Rail. Regular. Stop.
Working inside the red zone. Now hit, Mayfield loses the ball. Panthers pick this one up. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
Ready. Punt.
Give now to the running back. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They'll pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's go now. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. Penalty yardage marked off. Here's 1st and 10.
Strike it. Here we go. Yellow, 20 seconds.
Young looking to throw. And he's got it. It's in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready. Red. Cut.
Defense shows blitz. Young headed out right. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. And will bring up 3rd down.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Blaster. Stick.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. This is a chip shot from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Buccaneers 7.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Good. Start.
Baker now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Good. Pistol. Hey, alert 33. Point it right. Watch out.
Throwing again is Baker. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the Panthers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Set, go.
Young to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And this one does not go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Set, ready. 10 black, set.
Rush coming for Young. Throwing the out route complete. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go, ready.
They'll run here on first down. This is tough running with this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Ready up.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Back to the well again. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Gain 15 there. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Set. 45, wide. Set, cut.
They give it to him again. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
22 needle. Set, cut. Yellow, 22.
Motion man sent left. Young working from the gun. Brings it in. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
Ready, ready. Black 40.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Panthers have set themselves up for the victory, Brock. Now just need to carry this lead through to the final whistle. Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
Check, smash. Let's go now.
They send Mims left.
Set.
On 3rd down, it's Young. He rolls to his... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Pressure mid, and it's blocked. Line ball picked up inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now. And wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
Good. Pistol, pistol, pistol. 180. One time.
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. this one, misses the tight end. And now they face second down.
Brings up second and
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Kings! Hey, alert! Watch out!
Air it out on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on third down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
at their own 48-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hut.
Setting him on the dive. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. And really create some indecision now defensively.
Back-to-back carries here. Looks away from one. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. And gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
45, wide. Ready?
Young on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down, Panthers.
All set now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Blown back, gets the handoff. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice 1st down run.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Ready?
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. 33, yellow. Claws, 10. Ready, ready.
They're going to run it. This is Trevor Etienne. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Set. What's that?
Once again, Irving. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Set. 180.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Set. Start.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Panthers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready. Set.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
70 Lions.
Now a give right side to Mitchell. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
Third and 4 coming up now.
6. Mega. Set. Hut.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Ready.
He's going to pass it here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
33.
And in motion, headed right.
Hut.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Ready.
Here's Young again. That one's incomplete in the end zone. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Running right, it's Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing